Bangkok Metropolitan Administration proudly presents Bangkok Day Out.
Well, Bangkok really is big and busy, and there's just so much to see and do here, isn't there?
There is. The shopping's great, and there are lots of cool bars and restaurants, and so many beautiful cultural sites too.
Well, sometimes I feel like there's so much to do here that I kind of need a day off to recharge the batteries before we come back and see the rest.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, I love shopping, so I'm used to concrete jungles. And a lot of people love the hustle and bustle of Bangkok, but some people find it a bit too much. And oh, you know what? I have an idea. There's lots of green space in Bangkok, actually, so we could go to one of the beautiful parks here today. Shall we try that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
We have decided to come to Suan Luang Rama Park. The first thing you'll notice about this park is that it's huge. It's the largest green space in Bangkok.
Something that many tourists won't be used to is paying entry fee at a public park.
Now, you may think it's a little bit strange to have to pay to get into a public park, but it's not much. It's only 20 baht, and this money helps to make sure that this park continues to look beautiful. So I'm happy to pay. Let's go.
The park is open from 5 in the morning to 7 in the evening, and people come here to exercise, to cycle, relax by the lake, or just stroll along the beautiful path like us.
Everywhere you look in Suan Luang Rama Park, there are beautiful plants and trees, immaculate flower beds bursting with colours too numerous to describe. There are around 2,300 different plant species in here. Suan Luang Rama Park is actually not that old. It was built in 1987 to celebrate the King's 60th birthday. Now, 1987, that means this place is actually younger than I am. Now, the park is a great place to relax with family and friends and just kind of hang out, but there are also some places here where you can learn an interesting thing or two. Behind us here is Ratchamongkon Pavilion, and just looking at the building, you can tell it's already quite special. This 9-sided building contains a number of different chambers, each displaying a different stage in His Majesty the King's fascinating life. A sportsman, a musician, an artist, His Majesty is an exceedingly multi-talented monarch, and remnants of all his achievements are displayed here.
And the building itself is not just an arbitrary design. The building was built with 9 sides, as this king is the 9th in the Chakri dynasty. The tiles on the roof are yellow, the color which represents Monday in Thai culture, the day the king was born. And the curved beams leading to the highest point of the roof represent the coming together of the Thai people under His Majesty's reign. Did you like that, Paul?
I did. It was actually really interesting learning about the king. Well, it looks like we've found it. This is the park's geodesic dome, and as you can see, it's essentially a giant dome made up of these triangular pieces of glass.
Yes, but this particular greenhouse has been built here in this park to house a very special kind of plant. This huge botanic garden is home to a massive collection of plant species which are used for research and educational purposes.
We're standing now next to Drapang Gale Reservoir, which started out life as a flood relief reservoir here in Bangkok. Now, as you can see behind us, it now has a far more pleasant use.
And no visit to Suan Luang Rama Park would be complete without stopping by the lovely fern and orchid houses.
The colonial-inspired fern and orchid house contains a spectacular collection of species, many of which we've never seen before.
Now, another thing that I love about this Suan Luang Rama Park is the concept of international gardens.
That's right. Throughout the park, they have all of these small gardens which have been created to look like traditional gardens from all around the world.
Japanese garden, Chinese garden, Spanish garden, English garden, French garden, and Italian garden. The international gardens were created here in an attempt to display and promote the diverse cultures around the world. The creators worked with ambassadors from each country to ensure their interpretations were accurate. So we are now in Romani Garden, and I think it's a very interesting part of this park. You see, this garden was designed to resemble the natural environments found throughout Thailand. So every rock and every tree that you see in here have been brought from all over the country. It's like having all of Thailand inside this park, which I think is such a lovely idea. And it's so pretty in here too.
This commemorative sculpture in the center depicts Her Majesty the Queen on the banks of the reservoir.
Now, Gift, I think we've firmly established which part of this park is your favourite.
Yeah.
It's the Botanic Garden, right?
Yeah.
I think the place we're going to go to next is going to be my favourite.
Oh.
Shall we go and have a look at the water garden?
Yeah.
Now, here in the water garden, as you can see, there's a whole host of different plant life, but that's not all. It's also home to a bunch of different types of aquatic birds and, of course, the fish that live in the lake itself. Now, this place is so full of life that those people that want to research these species of animals actually come here to observe them in their natural habitat.
The best way to get here is to get the BTS to Udom Suk station and grab a taxi from there.
Well, Suan Luang Rama Park is absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much for bringing me today, Gift.
My pleasure. You see, the city is so fun and exciting, and there's so much to do. But if you fancy just taking it easy for a day, this is the place to be. And if you have any favorite spots in Bangkok, come and tell us on our Facebook page. Thanks for watching Bangkok Day Out. See you next time.
Love Bangkok help us by cooperating with หม่อมราชวงศ์สุขุมพันธ์บริพัตร the Governor of Bangkok.